Just on a personal note, I would just note that it's not just that I helped launch Extinction Rebellion. I've been involved in nonviolent direct action for many years, and I've been in police cells, and I was arrested and charged with criminal damage with Extinction Rebellion, and I was found guilty, and so forth. So I have, got the T-shirt, as it were, and I came to the conclusion that what we'd done in the Radical Flank in 2019 had changed the game sufficiently that it was time now, and many, many other people have reached the same conclusion. It was time now to do something that bridged the divide, and actually felt quite difficult and uncomfortable, because although it's unbelievably challenging and difficult in all sorts of ways to be part of the Radical Flank, in Extinction Rebellion, I received, lots of hate mail, death threats, massive distortions, enormous pressure, burnt out twice, mental health episodes, etc., etc. But I also had the time of my life, and part of the reason for that is because it's actually, in a certain sense, quite a comfortable place to be, because you're being righteous with a load of other people who have the same absolute determination as you do. And the decision to actually step out of that space of, in a certain particular sense, comfort, and move into the, in a certain way, much more difficult task of seeking to actually engage in serious outreach to the Britain Talk climate groups, which one is not necessarily a part of, to civic pragmatists and loyal nationals and disengaged battlers and so on. That's actually really tough. And it's, in my view, it's the work now. It's the most important part of the work. And I say that unabashedly because, as I explained in my opening remarks, there is no way we get to win on this unless we bring the people with us. In the end of the day, it is that simple. And so when you say, I respect what you do, Rupert, but at this point there is no excuse for not being in the Radical Flank, well, with all due respect, it doesn't sound very respectful. And I think what we need to do is we need to find ways of respecting, for example, the many, many British people who I think are not racists, but who are not necessarily 100% signed up to what I think, let alone what you think. And if we're actually going to get somewhere, we have to take them with us. We have to find ways of taking them with us. That's what we in the Climate Majority Project are trying to do. And if that makes sense to you, then I would urge you to get involved with doing it. Probably some of you already are. We're not trying to start something ex nihilo. We're helping to name something and network something which is already emerging, partly from out of Extinction Rebellion, but also from many, many other places in our culture and in our society. And our hope and aim is that when that starts to happen, and it is starting to happen at a huge scale, then that will be something which actually does force the political class to pay attention and act. Because right now, they ain't interested. Right now, they ain't interested.